people cry. Wish away the time to the rhythm and rhyme of a lifeless lullaby. And everybody wants for something, everybody wants for more. Swimming to the lands of the shimmering sands, and we drown just off the shore. All these voices sound the same. All that changes is the name. And I just wanna hear some music with some soul. So many sheltered shades of gray. I'm not about to mourn the death of rock and roll. Cast your broken shackles away and sing like you mean it. Sing like you're feeling something. Sing like you mean it. Sing like you're feeling something. Whoa. Passing the hours and the glittering towers as the boughs begin to shred. Toppling down on top of this town, they scatter in a sea of red. And everybody needs a detour to get off the same old road. Take a look around, turn your radio down, it's there in the lines of code. All these voices blend to one as the mind has come to none. And I just wanna hear some music with some soul. So many sheltered shades of gray. I'm not about to mourn the death of rock and roll. Cast your broken shackles away and sing like you mean it. Sing like you're feeling something. Sing like you mean it. Sing like you're feeling something. Everybody wants for something. Everybody wants for more. We wanna hear the jet bloods hum again. Everybody wants for more. All these voices sound the same. All that changes is the name. And I just wanna hear some music with some soul. So many sheltered shades of gray. I'm not about to mourn the death of rock and roll. Cast your broken shackles away and sing like you mean it. Sing like you're feeling something. Sing like you mean it. Sing like you're feeling something. And I just wanna hear some music with some something. Sing like you mean it. Everybody wants for something. Everybody wants for more. We wanna hear the death bloods hum again. Everybody wants for more. Everybody wants for something. Everybody wants.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Final Show. I'm John, the executive producer here, and I've just got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I want to let everybody know that our addresses have changed. Our Twitch channel has changed from Senstaku to twitch.tv/FinalShowFilms, and our YouTube channel has also changed to youtube.com/FinalShowFilms. Next, we want to thank our $20 tier supporters on Patreon, which is patreon.com/FFilms, by the way, if you want to go throw a couple bucks our way. That's going to be Cat Waterflame, Antitonic, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Monty. Thank you guys for that. Also, our website is in the process of getting updated, so go take a look at finalshowfilms.com. We've got Mara and Jeremy are working on updating all of our stuff there, making it look nice and like a modern website. And frankly, they know what they're doing far better than I or Austin ever did. So if you want to check out the things that are changing over there, You go do that. Follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films for updates for all future things, including things that are going on with our website and going on with the Patreon page, and things that are going on live as we stream them, as well as our podcasts and everything else. So thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a good day.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Everyone is Warlocks, Conflux, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign that I'm running here for Final Show Films. My name's Jack. I'm your storyteller and dungeon master for this, and joining me this evening is William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Wotan Saltspray, the Dwarven Warlock of Pact of the Compass.
And Cody.
Cody, I'm playing Cole, the Shifter, Pact of the Chain Hunter.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Koroshana Savakri, Kalistar, Pact of the Chain Warlock.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Aurelia Everns, Human Pact of the Blade Warlock.
And John.
I'm John, and I'm playing a pile of disassociated limbs inside a power armor.
Yep. And Nikki.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nikki. I'll be playing Diamond, the... Yeah, I'm playing, apparently.
Aaron, who generally plays Zoe, our Drow Pact of the Blade Warlock, is unfortunately not able to be with us this evening. But we will soldier on in their absence.
Also, I put Cody and Mara in the wrong place accidentally.
Whoops.
Well done.
Fixed it.
All right, Mara, you ready to play a sneaky Raven Queen boy?
Yes.
And Cody, you get a gun.
Awesome. Decisions will be made. We will deal with the consequences
as they come up. But as John gets everybody rearranged, our last moments in Conflux were spent in an ichor and blood-soaked tunnel somewhere beneath the streets. Having fled into the Undergress to avoid confronting the full strength of the Fell Heights warders, the Hawkshead Compact stumbled across territorial markings of the underground Dow clans. In an effort to circumvent unwanted conflict, the Warlocks made tentative allies with a trio of earth elementals who consented to guide them towards the surface. Waking the next morning after some disturbing dreams, the Compact discovered that they had no spell slots to use, and therefore hurriedly made their way along the subterranean passages. Unfortunately, a pair of Umber Hulks crossed their path, and in an effort to protect his companions and the 8 children they've been escorting, Hedon sacrificed himself to fend off the monsters. So with the battle over, and 3 fresh corpses littering the stones, our eyes are once again drawn to the Hawkshead Compact as they recover from yet another lethal engagement. You all stand. The tunnel is silent, aside from the heavy breathing of the combatants and the whimper of terrified children.
We need to keep moving. We need to get out of here before something bigger comes, attracted by the noise or the vibrations or whatever.
I'm not leaving him.
Okay. Then we need to figure out how to carry him because he's in bits.
Get him out of the suit. Out of the suit.
Yes.
I want to take part of the suit, at
Okay.
least. There's material here. I'm going to attempt to start trying to pick him up and see how fused the flesh is with the material. If it's going to slide out. If it's possible to carry it in big pieces or if we are going to need some sort of container.
So, in proper orientation, you'd be able to use the broken up chunks of armor more or less as ossuaries, something, as receptacles for the bits of body that still remain inside.
Okay.
I mean, the head is definitely still in the helmet, and that's going to take some doing. Yeah. But with a couple minutes work, you'd be able to. You guys have rope and stuff. You could tie them together and just haul them out of there if you wanted.
How big is it though? Because the armor was pretty big, right?
The armor was pretty big. Yeah. It was probably about 6.5 feet in height.
He's dead. I can't do that.
Know what's happening over there?
They're talking about dick length.
Yes.
You asked how big it was. I was like, yeah, not that big.
But you have enough rope. You could split it up between a couple people, probably.
And
also his arms and head are disconnected. So all you're really doing is dragging the body, and you can carry the arms.
Yeah, I have a backpack.
Cora helps as much as possible, but legitimately, no, not quite. But he has they have a comparable strength to their closet, so
it's okay. Diamond's like I can carry most of him.
I can
help
him.
All of him. He's a noodle.
He is.
The armor wasn't though.
No, I don't plan on carrying the armor.
All right.
So
you guys. Okay. So you're leaving the rest of the armor behind, or are you trying to salvage some of that as well?
I'm trying to salvage as much armor as possible. That thing's got metal in it. It was weird and magical, and I want to keep it.
Roll me a tinkering check then, using your intelligence.
Okay. Oh, I don't have disadvantage anymore, I don't think.
Nope. No, you don't.
So it'd be 22.
22. You can mark down 400 gold worth of materials.
Okay.
Plus the power core. That's probably still intact, right?
Yeah, is that still intact?
Roll me a perception.
Okay. Worth of materials. All right, I want to make sure I don't forget it. Okay. Perception. 8.
Power core's been shattered.
Fuck. All right. He was carrying another one, wasn't he?
Nope. Another one.
I think it was either you or Cole had the other one.
No, we only had one, and it was the one Cole had. We put it into the power.
Oh, okay, I thought we had an extra one.
No, we had.
No, you should have had.
I have a spider spark plug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have had 2 because there was the one that came in it, which is the one that Hedon's been running off of currently, and then there was the one that was salvaged from the spider.
I thought
Sweet. I thought for some reason that he had both of them. We're good. Okay. Yeah, let's get going. Get back up.
Okay. So you guys continue to push down the tunnel. Thalia's attention is mostly directed to trying to shepherd this octet of children, none of whom fortunately got injured during the scuffle.
Diamond's staying in the way back as much as she can, so the kids don't see.
Okay.
This is my impression of Hayden's head and arms being carried on top of someone's backpack.
Your head is specifically underneath my arm, actually.
Actually, your head is in a bag because the helmet was placed in a bag, and they have not had time to extract the cranium from it.
Yes.
Probably not best to put it on top of a backpack, so walk along with the kids behind just staring at.
No, it's inside. I am trying to minimize the trauma.
Don't want any.
Well, in that case, let's have Wotan and Cole give me perception checks.
Oh my god.
Then.
Okay. Because I'm definitely great at perceiving with my one eye.
Believe in you.
At least I'm proficient. 21.
Yay!
Around the same time, both of you feel something you haven't felt in almost a whole day. A light breath of wind across your face.
We found the way out.
It's sweeping gently down the passage toward you from the direction the Umber Hulks had been traveling from.
That way.
Good.
Yeah.
Can follow that way.
All right, so who's going to lead the...
I have dark vision. I will...
All right. Then Wotan, go ahead and give me a survival check. If Cole is helping, you can take advantage on it.
Yeah,
Cool. Are you proficient in survival, Cole, by any chance?
I am.
Would you like to make the roll instead? If it's both of us doing it at the same time. Because mine's only +2. You're probably better at it than I am.
I'm proficient in survival.
16.
No, you're not. You're actively not proficient in survival,
You're not
being
proficient
dead.
in a lot of things.
Not hidden. Eloshun.
He's not here.
No, he's not.
Following the air currents, Cole, you're able to push through the tunnels, which grow increasingly narrow as you guys ascend. By the time you catch your first glimpse of daylight, only the smallest of the children can still maneuver comfortably, but with a bit of effort and assistance, everyone squirms through a narrow space between rocks into a pale gray afternoon as you emerge from a narrow crack in the face of a small cliffside. Stepping out, there's large broadleaf trees growing all around you, oak, ash, hickory. A faint, clammy mist wafts around your knees a bit. The whole forest bears the feel of a recently passed rainstorm.
I don't want... I know Hedon had family. I know he has family.
Yes.
I don't...
His family doesn't like him, and he doesn't like his family.
And I don't want to know what would happen if we brought his body to them.
He said goodbye to them.
I think, honestly, this is probably the nicest spot. If I want to bury him here.
You want to bury him?
Yes. Yeah.
Don't. Hmm.
Zoe kind of looks around a little bit. I think he'd be okay here.
3 hours later, something's dug up the body and eaten it.
Yeah, or sold it. We could sell it. I'm sorry, Diamond. I know that sounds terrible.
It
Sell
does.
Eden's
But we
body?
could sell.
So what?
Are you going to take him from me?
No, I'm not.
Sell to whom for what?
Anatomists or the guild that Mages Guild, they need training materials.
Yes, the guild. That's...
Or
You know, I actually can't think of...
Logistical problem here, and this is why we shouldn't logically. It was just expressed that we don't want that informing Hedon's family may cause negative attention to be brought to us. Hedon's family is prominent within the city, and anywhere that we might sell him to increases the risk that the family finds out, because black sheep or not, he was not necessarily an unknown individual.
Also, his body is very recognizable. That was his whole thing.
Exactly. It's tactically unwise.
As much as I think Hedon would be overjoyed by the idea of his body being poked and prodded by people for decades after he's gone.
John, you so miss that you're not going to make those comments. It's killing you right now.
No, it killed me last week.
Well played, well played.
that is very true. I think we can bury him here then. It'll be fine.
First, you gotta
Did-
get him out of the power armor.
He's out of
Yes.
the, well, most of him's out of the power.
Most of him's out. The helmet. I pulled the helmet out of my backpack. Does it have, like, how would you get your head in here normally? Because it has to be wide enough at some point for a skull to fit through.
With horns.
With horns.
Yes.
There's a little panel.
Okay. It's a
It's got a
panel.
little bit of a hinge in the back.
Okay. I open the hinge.
Yep. And Hedon's head just kind of and rolls across the grass a little bit.
Does it still have a shit-eating grin on it?
It does. And the eyes are open, kind of off to one side a little bit.
All right, we need to. I have a shovel, actually. I start digging.
Okay.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay. 4.
It takes a while.
Yep.
Diamond digs with her hands, like. Yeah.
Give me an athletics check with disadvantage.
Sure.
Going to injure yourself on something in there.
18.
18. You don't make a ton of progress, but you help some.
It's.
You only break 2 of your fingernails on the rocks.
I hand Diamond the shovel after I
Aren't
see
your
her trying to
fingertails
do that.
made of rocks?
Just.
Probably, but it's fine. It's good for illusion.
I hand Diamond the shovel at that point, and I gather the bits. Did he have any wine in his bag?
Yes.
Do we still have his bag?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who has his bag, but I know he has wine in it.
I mean, my character sheet is gone, so I can't tell you what was in it, but there was a lot of stuff in it.
Okay, if you have a bottle of wine is what I'm looking for.
Definitely.
Or
with a
just
bottle of
liquor of any sort, really.
wine. Hedon goes nowhere without alcohol.
I was gonna say, I feel
I
like the problem
figured.
is gonna be choosing which bottle.
Yeah. So I pull out what he's had.
Yep.
Probably the fanciest one.
All
Okay.
fancy.
They all look fancy to me.
They do.
What? So, do you serve red or white to a corpse at its own funeral?
Red.
That's
It's clearly
good.
red.
You have both options available, so.
But yes, wine is had and served.
Diamond makes
And
his
after-
body all pretty.
After about an hour, yeah, Diamond has finished making a suitably deep grave that will hopefully forestall too much disturbing by any local fauna.
It's the flora we really have to worry about.
Plant's gonna plant, man.
Mhm.
I don't suppose Smith's tools would be at all functional for the creation of a coffin out of whatever's in the area.
No, you would need carpenter's tools for that.
I figured.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
always retrofit the power armor into it.
No.
No, it really is like, no.
Power armor has already been disassembled and salvaged. Ain't,
Yes.
ain't nobody doing anything with that until you get to a workshop.
As his body's getting covered with dirt. We still don't have spell slots, do we?
No. We need to figure out what happened, what is doing this, and why.
Diamond sits down. And you watch as she kind of like closes her eyes. You said you were always watching. You need his grave to be as pretty and as ostentatious as he was in life.
Make me a charisma check with advantage.
Where are we at location-wise?
Make me a history check.
18.
18? Okay.
23.
Anybody else trying to figure out about the surrounding area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to can make me a history check.
Okay. 20.
15.
Cole, you're pretty sure you're in that this is the Northbourne Wood. It's a heavily forested region in Upper Dawnbreeze. You know there's some odd stories about it in Conflux folklore, but nothing really jogs your memory particularly. Cora, you have no idea where you're at.
Yep.
Trees. Okay. Aurelia and Wotan. Tales of the Northbourne Wood tend to be flavored with mystery and a level of peril. Despite having a boundary that would encompass roughly about a square mile or two, the woodland itself is significantly larger once you enter it. Dark beings and deadly beasts are said to inhabit the innermost reaches, and trees that are felled grow back with strange rapidity, making the forest a target for both the pragmatic and the foolhardy.
I assume this is where most of the plains lumber comes from.
This is one of the locations.
Which district was this in again?
Upper Dawnbreeze.
Upper Dawnbreeze.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For anybody wondering where it is on the map, it's roughly basically
yeah,
exactly
we're,
right there. Mm-hmm.
We're a good distance from the river. So
Yeah. Diamond. You wait for a moment, and then you feel a hand on your shoulder. I am always listening. You glance over, and the Marquis is standing there behind you, looking down at the bare soil. What were you thinking?
He worked so hard to get those beautiful marks on his body. It would be great if something could grow in that pattern.
And you didn't do it yourself because?
There's something blocking my magic.
Ah, yes, I'd quite forgotten. She is a bit of a bitch, isn't she?
You gonna tell me who this is?
Her up there. And he points up. You mostly just see Canopy. And then there's a breeze that wafts through. And even in a afternoon sky, there's a single bright red star shining there that you can see for just a moment before the leaves blow back and cover it again. You're a terrible star, and I absolutely despise you. Also, your sister's prettier, you're a bad star, and you should feel bad.
I'm assuming the rest of us don't hear any of this. Do we hear Diamond's side of the conversation?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Then he glances down at you. Should take her a couple of millennia to emotionally recover from that, at least. We'll need something to work with. And it'll cost something. I think you'll have to give me back your crown.
I'll probably get another one sooner or later.
Eventually.
Up her. The flowers.
He'll take it. Just set it down on the dirt. And a thick blanket of grass begins to grow over the mound. And then flowers slowly begin to come up. Leaf, bloom. And the sunburst that Hedon had worn on his chest begins to manifest in wildflower blooms. The accents begin to spiral outwards and radiate from the inner gold of the daffodils. And it's pretty apparent that it's an almost exact copy of his chest piece. And his hand brushes your cheek, and then he's gone. Everybody else, make me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
12.
That's a natural 1.
18.
Cole didn't even notice they buried the body.
What? We had a funeral?
Korishana, you are at disadvantage on this one.
Where did this wine come from?
I am going to use my reaction, which is functionally pointless because we're not in combat, to gain advantage on the roll to make it equal.
Excellent. It's still a disadvantage.
You have double disadvantage.
Fine.
Aurelia, you're pretty sure somebody wandered through and may have spoken to Diamond briefly, but it was probably just somebody she knew. And it doesn't strike you at all as unusual or worrisome or weird at all in any way.
Okay.
Everybody else, you just saw Diamond take her crown, put it down, and you've got flowers now.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
We should head southwest. It'll lead us back to the river.
Give me a perception check.
Let's do Stormways.
Ooh.
18.
As you face that direction, listening for a moment, you catch the faint staccato rhythm of axes on tree trunks coming from a bit further in the forest, roughly that direction as well.
There's a logging camp that way. We can follow that to get at least to the edge of the forest.
Hope it's not too far. These young ones aren't going to be able to stand too much more of a hike today.
We'll go until the children need to rest, and then we'll set up camp.
All right. Fair enough. Following the sounds is pretty easy if you guys are just trying to find the loggers.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
You step out into a rough clearing. A good couple dozen trees have all been felled in more or less a single area, and they're working on another one. There's a couple individuals with long bladed saws that are starting to section out the trunks. As you step out, there's a brief shout. Hey! And all eyes just sort of turn to face this motley crew.
What time of day is it?
It's mid-afternoon.
Afternoon.
Buenos tardes. Sorry, no one here speaks Spanish.
It's
Who are you lot then? Tall,
Just-
bearded human wearing his shirt kind of tied around his waist, bare-chested otherwise, heavily muscled.
Is the shirt
Uh,
flannel and is his hair red?
His hair is not red and the shirt is not flannel. It's more of a muslin.
Just a group of travelers making their way out of the forest.
Hey, pull the other one. It's got bells on.
I mean, we just walked out of the forest, so
You lot warlocks then, are you?
is it that obvious?
Hey, you're definitely not woods folk. Popping up out of nowhere. great games on, you know.
It
Only so many assumptions a man can make.
And that being at the top of your list is a fair assessment. And yes, we just came out of the Undergress in the middle of the forest.
Didn't know there was a crack this close by. Unless, have you been walking for a bit?
Short while, yeah.
Well, fair warning to you then. Dawn Breeze is Hunterheart's territory, so mind what you do. Are those children?
Yes, that's part of why we were in the Undergress, getting children out safely.
He kind of looks at the kids, who don't seem to be terrified of anybody they're walking with. Well, I reckon you'll be wanting to get them deposited somewhere safely, unless, I mean, are they yours?
A couple of them are this lass's relatives. I say pointing at as I forget my own character, my own
Thalia.
at Thalia. But for the most part, no. We need to get them somewhere safe.
Thalia sort of steps forward. You boys heard the swan down? There's a bit of a nod, and the guy who you're talking to sort of strokes his beard a little bit. Aye. If, well, humanitarian purposes and whatnot, I think we can loan you a wagon, driver, at least get you that direction. She nods. All right, well, depending on how long that takes, if we can get them loaded up, be helpful. Bertrand, get the horses. And you see a dwarf start pulling 2 large draft horses towards a fairly sizable wagon.
For some reason, I was envisioning Chiswick arriving.
Yeah, I noticed.
Just pops up out of the ground.
It's his day job.
He gets fresh horses.
And with about a half-hour work of getting the horses harnessed and hitched, but there's a decent-sized logging wagon, and the dwarf who's driving it. Thalia directs that you guys are going to Swandown, and he nods, and everybody loads into a wagon, and you guys have about an hour and a half wagon ride before you get out of the forest.
Okay.
Anybody doing anything during?
Do I know where Swandown is and what it is?
Give me a history check.
Yeah. I'm always curious. Would I be able to make that check as well? Or
Yeah, probably. You spent some time in Dawnbreeze.
All right.
15.
I caught it at.
Good,
Successfully.
Daniel-san.
Wotan. It is the Swandown Home for Children Lost is an orphanage in Central Dawnbreeze. Decent reputation from what you remember hearing. Nobody, but it's they take in. They're funded somewhat by the city, somewhat by the district itself, and it's a location where children without provision or guardianship that aren't living on the streets or can't live on the streets sometimes end up.
Would these children are being held hostage, so presumably someone cares about them. Would they be able to try and find their families from there?
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
General operations on an orphanage in the city is if your parents are dead and you have no family, yeah, you basically can live and work and sort of earn your keep and stay there. If you're lost or something, they'll give you a bed and a couple meals, and then they'll interrogate you until they have some actionable intel on where to start looking for your family, and then they get you back to your family as soon as they can.
I'm just picturing like the orphanage person sitting at like a 5-year-old down in a dark room with a single lantern.
Who's your parents, kid?
So as
ways of making you talk. Would you like a biscuit?
So as the group is riding, Wotan will look over at the kids. So when we get to Swandown, you tell the orphan matrons and those that are running the place who your families are, where they live, and they'll do their best to try and get you back to them as quickly as possible.
Okay.
I know you've had a rough little while, but it's over now.
The little half-elf girl looks at you is like, no shit. Okay. And then sort of leans out to try and watch the horses, which, you know, from this angle, you basically get to see the ass of the horse. And that's about it. But she seems entertained enough by it. So the wagon will drop the gang of you out in front of Swandown. And an old female half-orc leaning on a cane a little bit comes walking down the stairs towards you. Oh, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
What's all this then?
We got a handful of children who've been separated from their parents, and will need some help finding them again.
Oh, well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then she stops. And Thalia just kind of gives her a little bit of a nod. Matron Brodham, good to see you're doing well. Young Thalia, you've come back for a visit, have you? Bringing us some more. Well, these two are with my sisters, but I've got the other 6. Haven't been able to figure out exactly where they come from, so brought them here since. She's like, no worries. We've got everything set and ready, just like you remember. Right, well, that'll be grand then. All right, young ones, this is Matron Rosbella, and she'll be looking after you for the next few days, and hopefully by that time we can get you back to your families and the like. And then she sort of takes her nieces by the shoulder and just turns around and hauls ass back out into the road.
Do I know that she grew up here?
Never heard of it before in your life.
Okay. So following her back out. I didn't know you spent time in Swindon.
Well, that was a bit of a different life, love.
There's a number of things I'm realizing I don't know about you. I'm curious what you don't know about me at this point.
I always felt that I knew enough about you. And you know me. I'm not shy of asking questions when I need to.
I feel like I've been a little too light on the questions.
Well, you also know that I'm not shy about refusing to answer questions when I need to.
That's fair.
No, I spent a few years here. Right when I lost my parents and didn't quite cut into where my siblings were growing up, so I left and eventually landed here. And now I'm a pirate.
Aye. Would you call that a step up in the world or a step down?
It was a step. Anyway.
You're always good at dodging questions.
Yeah, but when I don't exactly know the answer myself, I can't quite feel too guilty about it.
Do you know how I started down this path?
Tell me.
I honestly can't believe I haven't before.
Well, we didn't exactly start our relationship in the most traditional of manners.
No, we didn't. But I guess you could say the first ship that I was on, the first boat that I went up and down the rivers with, was sort of my orphanage. When you're raised by a pirate crew, it's sort of the only life you know. And eventually you just sort of decide that it's what you're best at and what you need to be doing to survive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, as far as survival goes, I'll stop by in the next couple of days. Once I get these two little ones deposited where they need to be.
I hope to see more of you around.
You will.
It's been too long. Even if we left on fiery circumstances.
Well, let's hope we get a little more peace and quiet before the next escapade.
Let's hope.
All right. Well, Giles, it's time to catch a coach. Get you back to your mum. They kind of nod. The slightly shorter one gives you a little bit of a wave, Wotan, as they leave.
Wait back. I did catch their names. I just don't have.
Yeah. No, you got everybody's names.
Their names are in my notes somewhere.
I'm really bad at keeping paper notes. I should really just ask for a notes document
I like
in
that
the role
Nora
play.
has the names of the kids and not William.
Yes.
I don't
The
keep
names
paper notes.
Are Bredna and Alrica.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bredna and Alrica Dunspike.
This is what I do. I write notes.
Good. All right, so the rest of you have gotten the children deposited.
Yep.
Do we get
Starting to get on towards evening now.
Yes.
A little deposit slip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Deposit.
Drop them off at the coat check for kids.
Yes.
8 children assorted.
All right.
Six children assorted, but
6
yeah.
children assorted.
The question is where we are going to next. Back to Knifesot? Because
Well, first we're going to have to head through Stormways to get to the river so we can make our way back to wherever we're going faster.
yes.
I mean, from where you guys are, it's going to be easier to just cut down one of the straight roads that goes directly to the river in Dawn Breeze.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are a little south of the...
Where's my boat?
Your boat is up in Fell Heights, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the opposite direction.
So yeah, you're gonna have to
may
cut
no
through
longer
Stormways
be
to
there.
get
You want to get your boat back. Goes to
Yeah.
Stormways.
I need to go and get the wave crest.
We could also possibly, as I'm trying to find where
Keep
he
it for
said
a
we were
night.
meeting again. Oh goodness. Where's Drenner? I was gonna meet them, back up with them. They were not in.
Yeah. They're in Dawn Breeze somewhere as well.
Okay. I will say that at that point then. If we don't want to go all the way back to Knives Font, walking through a dangerous part of the city without any spells, I have a friend here that we
I
can
walk-
possibly stop by.
I walked dangerous parts of the city without any spells for a long time.
Congratulations, you also have no eye.
That
So-
wasn't. I mean, to be fair, that was part of the deal of getting the magic.
Ah,
And you guys do still have your cantrips.
yes.
I need to go and get the wave crest from Fell Heights, so I'm going to have to head back that way, whatever the rest of you are headed.
That's a ways away. I'm going to meet my friend here before I head back. Shall I meet you all in Knives Font?
Presumably, however we end up splitting up, we'll all meet back up at the Hawk's Head.
You, given, would you prefer accompaniment?
I'm indifferent. Do you want to come along? Fine.
I was asking Aurelia.
Oh, Aurelia.
The person who suggested that we going out by I assume most of us will be traveling with you to try and get home.
It's like, you guys, you do you. I'll take
Yeah.
whoever. What's talking to you?
No, I'm all right.
I mean,
All right. So Wotan's going to get the wave crests. Aurelia is going to see if they can hunt down. She can hunt down Drenner.
it'd probably be a shorter walk straight back to the Hawk's Head for anyone else.
Yep, pretty much.
Fair.
Cool.
I look at the other two who haven't said anything and see where they're headed.
I'm just gonna go to the Hawk's Head.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm going to yeah,
Okay.
there. With the
That
Hawk
sounds
place.
Home. It's called home.
Well,
I do.
it's more like sleepaway camp for Diamond.
Okay.
And because Cora is a terrible person who doesn't respect boundaries,
Yes.
they telepathically tell Shethal, who is invisible, keep
Right.
in mind,
Yep.
to keep an eye on Aurelia and make sure that nobody attacks her. And to intervene if that is the case.
You get grumble, 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 and then you say intervene if anybody attacks, and you get.
Only if.
Yes, the intervening if clause.
Okay. Wilton, it'll cost you about $1 and 6 hours to get your boat, but you can get your boat.
Didn't already pay for the docking?
Yeah, but you have to get up there and pay late fees.
I guess it would be a relatively long walk, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I run into anyone as I pass through Stormways.
You do not run into anyone as you pass through Stormways. And Aurelia,
Yes.
you find where Drenner had left their address. The door is locked, and nobody answers when you knock.
Huh. Really?
Yep.
What time is it?
Right about now, it's getting kind of 7-ish, 8-ish at night.
What day is it? Would this be a day when they are possibly out
Yeah.
partying? Fuck. Did they leave? What kind of house is this? Do they have neighbors that are close by, or is it?
It's a boarding house.
Boarding house.
Yeah.
Boarding house is in. There might be someone who can let me into the rooms.
You could ask.
I will ask.
Okay.
That was a weird bit of lag on my end. Unless anybody else saw that too.
So you go down,
Nope, I don't think so.
find someone who looks like they're in an administrative capacity,
Yes.
and you say what?
Hi, I'm a friend of Drenner's. I was supposed to meet them. But it looks like they aren't in. I had left something for safekeeping with them, and I wanted to just get into the rooms and fetch it.
Looks up at you with a very weary,
Yep.
I've heard this one before. Then I suggest you wait for them to get back.
Aurelia's missing Hayden's Loki's gift or thing.
Oh, I have many words to say to Heath. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Can't you just let me in? I No, this isn't usually done, but I really need to just check and make sure it's something. What? Have I seen any dogs?
Absolutely, I can let you in. You know, if I want my tenants to no longer trust me and I want to
Yes.
completely self-sabotage my business and that sort of thing, I could absolutely let you in if those were any of the sort of things I was even remotely inclined to pursue.
No, but I am their friend, and if you stand there right as I'm just standing in the door just to make sure that the item is still safe, then that would not be abusing their trust. That would be you assisting one of your tenants' friends who is just trying to check and make sure that I don't need to start panicking.
Well, panicking is something that you can do on your own time, and that's fantastic because that's your prerogative. But just letting someone into someone else's rooms is a terrible idea.
Did not say letting someone into their rooms. I said opening the door so that I may see inside.
Still
and
an invasion of privacy, no matter how way you cut it.
I like the idea, although I did. Please note that this is a point where Shadal's like, verbal attack is a form of
poison.
Bite.
Closet appears
Just
chewing on their head.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, do you happen to know where they might have gone?
I don't, actually.
Really, it's not.
But since you're such good friends with this person, I'm sure you know many places where they would like to spend their spare time. Most of which are not in front of my desk.
No, they aren't. Do you know where the nearest bar is? In that case, I haven't been in this area that frequently.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Give me your pun names.
Give it to us, Jack.
Would you like the name of it?
Yes, I would.
So I would say you literally next door to our establishment is the celebrated bar of Ice and Gin.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy yourself.
I'm trying to think of what that pun is.
Thank you. That was most helpful. You have been a great assistance. I walk out.
Okay.
I go to that bar. Right next
All right.
door.
There are a number of drinks available. How much are you willing to spend?
I'm not spending anything. I'm just looking inside to see if they're there.
No, they are not.
Fuck.
That was only music pun.
Oh, god damn it. Where am I in Dawn Breeze right now? Am I closer to the river or are we further out on the edge?
You're a little closer to the river.
Okay.
Nerd.
We already knew this.
I was gonna say it on stream.
Video proof.
Video proof.
The fact that I'm sitting around playing Dungeons and Dragons with all of my online friends isn't enough?
No, it's not, apparently.
What I appreciate about that is it can be referenced in two ways as a pun.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there's obviously like was mentioned, the Steinbeck reference, but it should also be a place where you should never hold a wedding and make sure you leave before the end of the night because it's disappointing in the end.
Yes.
There may or may not also be juice served here.
Yeah, that's where I went with the reference,
Me too.
Jeremy.
I don't get that.
Yeah,
one.
but ice and doesn't fit anywhere in that.
I don't have much actual cash on me. I have 400 gold worth of armor bits, but I'm not paying in that. So
Okay.
if we were going with the Song of Ice and Fire reference, I would have called it like of ice and whiskey or something like that.
Or ice a fireball.
yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Anyway, meanwhile, several of you have gone back to the Hawkshead.
Yes.
While Aurelia begins to drink.
Aurelia begins to drink alone. at a
No,
bar.
that wasn't where they're going with
Trying to
this.
pay in armor parts.
Hey, this only recently had a dead body's arm in it.
Clank.
I wouldn't say that. Not to the bartender.
So,
This is a perfectly legitimate sawed-off arm.
Korashana, Cole, Diamond, you guys arrive back at the Hawkshead house.
Yeah, on the way, I'll just ask Cora where, since she had to do it once before, where she bought the materials to cast Find Familiar again. Because I tried to recall Jinx, and yeah.
That's unfortunate. Couldn't remember where I bought.
I recall you just had the money. We waived the buying.
Yeah, there were a few
Like,
shops
probably,
where you.
Yeah.
So yeah, they say I don't know. I could have think of a random pun. It's not working. Blah blah blah.
All right, yeah. I'll spend the money to cast it when we get back to the Hawkshead house.
Okay.
And thank Korashana.
Yeah, no, you can find a few shops along the way to get the necessary items.
Please regale us with reagent shop puns.
Actually, those would more easily be brought as a general merchant. So we'll say you go to Crakewalk and Sons, which is kind of the Walmart of Conflux.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Not everything is a pub. And yeah, well, okay, yeah, it's a cross between the Walmart and the 7-Eleven.
Oh,
the
that's
quickie. The quickie.
So,
wow.
so it's a Walmart.
I was gonna say that means it's either just a Walmart or like how I envisioned it was like a 7-Eleven, like specifically like the convenience store, like that
Layout.
motif, but the size of a city block.
So Walmart.
they have an entire
No,
they have an entire 3-aisle section of just
You-
beef jerky.
yeah,
You've never been to a Georgia Walmart, Jeremy.
I mean, Walmart. Again,
Dude.
I say I have never been in a Walmart in my life, but to the best of my knowledge, it includes things like clothes, and what shirts and hats you could buy at a 7-Eleven don't count as clothes.
I forget that Walmart isn't really up north.
No,
Yes,
It
it is.
one within walking
It is.
from me.
There is okay.
I
Yes.
just
Oh, yeah, no.
refuse
I
to go
need to
there.
know
No, it's the
if
Florida line where Publix takes over.
If the
Yeah.
cashier has like a protective barrier between
Yeah.
them and the
Yeah,
They just
Like-
have a crossbow under the counter.
that
Ah.
works too. That works too.
Cocked and loaded.
Are there lottery rolls behind them that you want some Marlboros? You
And very poorly concealed porn mags.
yeah.
it's just like
Etching.
So
seriously,
Cole walks up, and there's an 80-year-old female gnome in front of him demanding 20 scratchers.
yes.
Perfect.
There's like the full length of like the block store of the coolers along two sides. Like most of them are empty because you can't come up with that many drinks. But
This is creepy.
Just trying to buy
Anyway.
the stuff. Can you just forget
But
about
you
your
buy
snack?
the stuff, you get back to the house. Who's got the keys?
Back. No. We've got
Damn it, Heaton had them. No.
the.
Shit.
Then we have his bag. We have his bag. We've got the
Do
keys.
we have his wallet? That's the question.
That bitch broke.
Diamond, you open the door, and the first thing that you see is an envelope sitting on the stones. Inside, apparently has been slipped under the door.
I pick it up.
It's got your name on it.
Open it. Look inside.
You pull out just a single piece of parchment. Dearest daughter, since you've recently moved out and found your new friends, we wanted to invite all of you back home to celebrate your birthday. I've prepared everything the way you prefer, and your brother has a gift he especially wants to give you if you're able to make it. We'll expect you just past noon. Yours ever, Mother.
Oh shit, it's my birthday.
Tomorrow is your birthday.
Yeah. Cool. You guys want to come to my birthday?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I love the very protracted pause.
That's a thing though.
Yeah.
Like birthday, like
Like
well,
what do
yeah,
you do?
Well, I mean, so normally my mom makes a cake and we eat, and sometimes sometimes we have merchant friends and their kids come over, but usually it's just the four of us. But it'll be kind of exciting to have like a whole bunch of people there. I wonder if my mom will make enough food.
I remember birthdays from a long time ago.
I mean, I've had birthdays too. We just didn't do anything for them.
Well, no, party. Like,
Oh.
there's always an attempt to try and elicit emotional reactions.
Yeah, you did it.
That's how I viewed it.
Approach. I like the data analysis of a birthday party.
Cora was a strange child.
There appears to be a supply of confectionaries, along with attempts to elicit emotional response.
Was a strange child?
I was gonna say was. Was?
I mean, not so much child at this.
That's
point.
fair. That's fair.
Still strange.
Cora is someone's child.
That is a complex.
Cora is Destiny's
that is
child.
A very complex answer.
Anyway, so the note should be in your handouts now.
Ooh, yay!
Nikki.
I want to look at it. Quick, Sherpa, pull it up.
Chiswick!
Chiswick. Okay.
Chiswick is about as far from a Sherpa as you can get.
Yeah, no, the mouse is on his side, so he has to, and my stuff is over here.
As if the correlation of which monitor your stuff is on and where the mouse is matters.
Well, the mouse is over there, where you are, while I'm over here with my monitor. This is not important to what's going on right now. But you can close it now, thank you.
Who's on second? What's on third?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Second, Who's on third?
I don't give a darn. It's short stuff.
Oh, he's a shortstop. Okay. So, but you guys get back home. There is a burbling sound.
Ah, my baby! That's Nikki. Diamond would be like,
Okay.
Bubbles!
Yep. Yep. Bubbles is present. You're noticing that the table is sitting at a weird angle.
All for the chair.
Oh my god.
Gnawing on the leg.
Apparently.
Apparently. Could have make that a little more even. Let's make that a little more even.
Find a rock, just kind of stick it under there, prop it up a little bit.
Me, I'm the rock. No.
Okay, Diamond lays on the floor and puts Table's leg on her stomach.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Now it's uneven in the other way.
Yeah. Aurelia, you spend how long are you going to spend looking for Drenner?
So I fuck. I'm not there. When are they gonna get back? I will get something cheap and strong. As strong as I can.
That depends how cheap you're going.
What? Okay. I want the equivalent of like whiskey or something.
God.
How expensive would that be?
I mean, if you're
Really
talking
cheap
like
whiskey.
like
Can I
a
get your
shot
feedback,
of
please?
cheap whiskey,
Yes. Something cheap and strong.
Sorry, there's so many.
you'd be looking
things
at
that-
probably 6 copper.
Oh, I do not have that much money left. I will spend that though to get slightly drunk. Because I'm angry. I don't remember if I did. I don't think so. Oh wait,
I was wondering how long it would take.
did I? About like halfway through anger drinking that down.
Oh no, Aurelia!
Yeah, remember you sent him the 3 sendings?
Yep.
Or 2 in a row?
I don't remember. Things happened. Gah!
It was, it was
Alright.
like 2 days ago.
I begin heading back. Just stand up and like walk straight out. Begin walking back.
He did say he'd meet you at the house.
God damn it.
So you
Alright.
guys have all gotten home, and there's a knock on the door.
Go check.
Someone is standing outside.
Oh, is this me?
Door.
No.
Oh.
No.
This is my friend.
Holding
the
a
door.
tank with an octopus in it.
Oh! What? Why do you have Constance? That's
Is this-
Diamond. That's yeah. No, Diamond like looks at this person. It's like, why do you have?
Is this where Riley lives?
Yes.
Oh, good. I was keeping Constance safe because there were rumors of flooding, and since the district isn't flooded, and Aurelia talks in brains or something,
You're great.
very. Yeah. So Constance probably should come back. Is she here?
She was. What's your name?
I'm Drenner. Spen.
I think she was looking for you to try and probably to get Constance.
Please come inside.
Then she should have walked inside, said something instead. We'd make plans.
It's been very, very eventful.
Yes, we've had quite a hectic and somewhat traumatic day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm
Yes.
very sorry to hear that. Can I set this on this table? Well,
No. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. She was really insistent that I give it back directly to you. Seem very nice.
I am
There's a-
very nice until I'm
there's a-
not very nice. Give me
There's
Constance, please.
there's a table on the second floor. Come on. That's,
Okay. Yeah.
I'll show you where she set Constance.
Okay.
I like that he hasn't noticed that Cora was talking in his head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cora Defo said something to them in their
Right.
brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm, yeah. They're a little overwhelmed right now.
Good.
It's like going to your friend's house and realizing, nope, this is somebody else's house, and my friend apparently sleeps on their couch.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah. Poor baby. Now I feel bad. Nikki feels bad.
I lead him up to the second floor where Aurelia has her desk set up and the table for Constance.
Drenner gets hazed as a really
Okay.
smashed.
Yep. Cool. Yep. That's excellent. Fantastic. Constance, I don't know if you can actually understand me, but I'm sure she'll be back soon. The octopus just kind of octopuses at everybody.
We're glad you're back and not in a flooded area.
Though for an octopus,
Yeah,
I guess a
so-
Now
frog-
that's
what
what Cora keeps
that?
saying. It's an octopus. Why would flooding be a problem?
Because then Constance could get lost.
Exactly.
That's Bubbles.
Oh yeah, that's Bubbles. That one's mine.
Right. Safe?
He's very sweet.
I'm gonna stay over here.
Yes.
Bubbles
You
is
might want to pick
perfectly
your shoes
safe
up.
outside of digesting a lot of inorganic matter.
Right. Okay.
And perhaps organic.
Yeah, the whole like skull floaty bone shank thing is a little.
I mean, you've got a skull floating in that big head of yours. We all do.
Can't see mine, and it's actually.
Holy
supposed to
shit,
be there.
Nikki!
Everyone has skulls in their heads,
Yeah.
unless you're a warforged.
It is made of wood. Yeah.
Although a warforged with a human skeleton inside of them would be kind of.
Thank you,
metal as
Jeremy. I
hell.
appreciate it.
I think I just slammed Jeremy back into the desk.
He came up and then had to go
No,
back
I'm
down.
still not recovered from the first one.
It brings me so much joy during a stream when I do this to Jeremy. No, I'm like I'm good. I don't need anything else.
Things need life to live.
Pretty much.
Life needs things to live.
Right.
Come on, Bubbles. Let's go figure out how we can make that table a little more symmetrical.
Hello.
I love you too.
Bubbles could dissolve equal parts of the other legs.
Right, the table is just 6 inches shorter than it used to be.
It was
Make
too
it-
tall anyways.
Make me a persuasion check there.
I mean, you could always just take a knife and chop out like a thick blade and just chop off the extra inches and then just feed them to Bubbles directly.
It's less of a let's actually try and fix the table and more let's give this guy some space. So, but I will go ahead and do the persuasion. 23.
Yeah, you're able to basically, herd Bubbles around a little bit, and he manages to even out the table legs.
Good job. Proud of you.
And then kind of goes, there's a little puff of sawdust.
Wonderful.
Cute.
Soggy sawdust, but sawdust nonetheless. Which is about the time that Drenner decides, all right, well, it was lovely meeting all of you. Please give my best to Aurelia and let her know that it's still, I don't know if she needs my address since she can apparently just talk in my head whenever she wants. So, yeah.
Well, not whenever she wants. There's magic's weird.
There are limitations.
Okay. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. Be safe.
Good night.
Yeah.
Text
And
me when you
Drenner.
get home.
Yeah, text me when you get home.
And Drenner takes their leave. About an hour or so later, make me a Constitution save there, Aurelia.
Okay. Yeah.
Forward to this.
Natural one again. I get one.
Completely smashed.
Why does this always happen to me?
Oh,
An extremely tipsy Aurelia
I feel
Actually,
so
stumbles
bad.
in.
If I had gotten that tipsy, I might have decided to stay at the bar and just deal with it.
Yeah, you said you left.
Okay.
That just makes
I'm
me
holding
think
you to
realized
that.
at the
Alright.
bar you just went, fuck! Yelled it. Thought you were quiet, but you're just like, fuck.
Hey!
Welcome back, Aurelia. You missed your
Hi.
friends. They came and dropped off Constance.
Constance is fine. How are you?
Oh, that she is? Good. That's great. I am. Damn it. I missed him.
Slightly drunk, apparently you are.
Yes.
Just slightly.
I just love the
This
series
is
of
a bit more
events
than slightly.
where
Storytelling
like
rules.
just Aurelia went to the place. He wasn't, or they weren't there. Went to a bar to wait. Then halfway through drinking, realized that she had told them that it was okay to go back, and then came back.
And then just missed them.
Do you know if they went back? Wait, Constance. Quick, where upstairs?
Upstairs, same place as last time.
Hold on.
Come
Diamond helps you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Step upstairs.
Hey.
Yep.
I got you. It's fine.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Drunk Aurelia trying to mentally communicate
It's
with
like
Constance.
drunk texting your friend like, girl.
Really?
You okay?
Yeah.
Good. Yay. I'm glad you're back. I have to go find and say sorry. Yay, you're okay. That's good. It's real good.
Okay.
I walk away. Sort
Make
of
me a deck
still-
save.
Okay. 6.
And you fall down the stairs and take
Ow.
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
How many?
2.
2?
That would have knocked Diamond out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ow.
I'm still at
Ow.
1 hit point.
Okay.
Pop, 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 pop.
I'm alright. I'm alright. I have to go out and find.
Do you need
Aurelia.
someone
Where-
to lean
wait,
on?
Wait,
No.
yes.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. Things are wobbly.
Here.
Do you
No.
do you want a stable dwarf to walk with?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you
All
want
right.
Wait. Do you want a piggyback ride?
Wait,
Oh.
where do you need to go?
Sure, your feet don't hurt.
I'm going to assume this Drenner's place.
Yes. Either.
Why?
I
Why does
think
it have to be this instant?
Probably in Knives Fun. I have to say thank you. They were worried, and I think I worried them, and
You
I have
can
to
say
say
thank
make
you
sure they know I'm
tomorrow.
okay. What?
You can say thank you tomorrow after you slept.
You can go in the morning.
But
You can say thank you tomorrow after you've slept.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened at the desk, so I can't say that. So
right. But okay, sure. I
Someone push Aurelia over.
yeah,
sit down.
bring in some.
It's been a long day. I
Yes.
hate Eden.
Which is why we should
Um,
sleep.
Yeah. No, that'd be good. That's a good. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right.
I fell asleep.
So everybody lays down for an evening's rest. 'Cause it is definitely very late at night by this point.
Oh wait, before Aurelia passes out, Diamond goes, "You want to go to a birthday party tomorrow?"
Yeah, that'd be great. I haven't been to a birthday party in forever.
Go to sleep.
All right. So, next morning dawns. Everybody's back at full hit points.
Restore my 2 hit points.
Is the sun still fucking with our spells?
There's
star.
definitely still no. There are definitely still no spell slots. So here we are on the 28th of Syrinx. Diamond's birthday, and also the Grand Waters Gala.
That thing.
That's an appropriate.
Happy
night.
happy birthday, Diamond.
Ah.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's your birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
That's when it hits.
Just a birthday party. Sure.
Yeah, I
Any-
thought it was
any
a birthday
birthday
party. I
party.
don't know who's.
Right. No, I saw a sign down the road, and I was like, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. We should all do that. Crash a birthday party.
Yeah.
What time of day is it,
It's
roughly?
the Great Waters Gala.
You guys sleep in a bit. It's kind of mid-morning now. Diamond, according to the note that your mother gave, you've got maybe an hour or two, and then you'll definitely have to haul ass up to Stormways if you want to get there when she directed.
Do I think that hour or two would be enough to get Aurelia over to Drenner's?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay.
Aurelia, as soon as we're done birthday, it'll be really fun. We'll get cake. My mom makes really good cake. Then we can go see Drenner. Unless you want to just go see Drenner and not to my birthday.
No, I will come to your birthday party.
You are a master manipulator, Diamond, and I don't know that you realize it.
What are you talking about?
Not.
I just got legit sad about Aurelia not coming to my birthday party.
That was truly genuine.
That's why I say I don't know that you realize it.
No, you did not at all.
No, yeah. If I have time, I wanted to get started working on some modifications to my weapon. But then yes, birthday party. Absolutely. I have to get working. I disappear.
We've got about an hour.
Perfect. I will keep track of that.
I will keep track of you if I need to.
So what are you trying to do, Aurelia?
I am taking a look at this gun. I know that Hedon cast magical spells from it. I am wondering if I can get any of that to attach to my gun so that it would still be operational. I am not sure how any of this would work, but I am wondering about the magical potential of these materials besides just like raw metal and bits and stuff.
Okay.
Trying to attach the radiant laser beam power armor.
I've got this book that was talking about like elemental magic and using it in building
Ammunition specifically.
materials.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'm wondering if any of the principles there would help me with this.
Give me just a straight intelligence check.
Okay. 14.
So the elemental nature of the ammunition breakdown is not, it's similar to, but not really in the same vein of an actual powered mechanism.
Okay.
It's more of an elemental imbuement to an object rather than something that takes energy and changes its form into something offensive.
Mm-hmm.
If you're, but there's some interesting concepts there that you may be able to incorporate at some point if you're trying to, say, develop some sort of energy transfer that can translate into other damage types, possibly.
Yeah.
Yes. Given what you were able to salvage from Hedon's armor, if you want to try and incorporate a secondary firing mechanism to your gun,
yes,
you might be able to do
whatever
that.
the rest of that is. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what spells were on that thing, but I am curious.
Give me a tinkering check using your intelligence.
Okay. 23.
Damn. Okay. It takes you the better part of the hour, but you lay out and develop an assemblage where you'll basically be able to take one of those gauntlet crystals, and as long as you've got the power charge for it, you can incorporate the bonus action to make a ranged weapon attack using your gun and I'll get you some details on that.
Perfect.
Congratulations, Aurelia. You now have a ray gun.
Yes.
I mean, a little bit.
This was my goal. All right. That is very useful. And that's probably the entire time, so I don't do anything else.
So you get it laid out. It's going to take another 3 or 4
Mhm.
hours of work to assemble it, but you've done all the work, and it's just putting pieces together at this point.
Yep. And despite what she said, you probably do have to come in and like let Aurelia know that, oh yeah, we have to go somewhere because she gets absorbed. Like everything's laid out.
Yeah, that's why he said he will keep an eye on. He will keep track of you if he needs to.
Oh yeah, you have to.
So when about an hour goes by, Wotan will come up the stairs. Aurelia, let's go. Time for the birthday party.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, I've got to just give me a sec. I have to make some notes so I don't forget.
Grab and pull.
All right.
Scruff of the neck, like.
And I come out.
All right, let's go.
Birthday time.
Birthday party.
All right. So you all head up the river to Stormways, pulling the awning over as you cross the lock into the lake, as the torrential storms that always cover the area begin to pelt down on top of you.
Isn't it so nice that this place has not been destroyed and thus flooded the entirety of Knight's Font?
You did a good job.
And as Voten says that,
Yeah, it's still a little damp.
Dock nearby, another silver. Walk down the streets, and then there's Qatar Arms right in front of you.
We should probably go back and at some point, probably after we take Aurelia to Drenner, I should go back and talk to good old landlord about the success of the operation. But that's for later.
Also, what happened
Aurelia?
to our rare rat friend?
Yes.
Your friend is in Dawnbreeze, right?
Yes.
Okay. Diamond, will you be able to talk to your father about armor today, do you think?
Probably.
Thank you.
Who was talking?
Sorry, that was Zoe.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was Zoe.
This is all Zoe.
Okay, sorry.
It took me a second too. I was like,
I was like, oh, that has to be Zoe. That's the only
Like,
person
don't-
who would be.
hey, don't worry,
Who wouldn't
Zoe.
be if you're
I
not.
got you. I got you.
So, Diamond, you open the door, and there are streamers everywhere.
Wow.
Hey,
And
Mom!
Charlie sticks his head out. Surprise!
It still won't get me.
Mom, they're here! And he just kind of dashes off into the back. Oh, good. You all made it. Fantastic. That's wonderful. Yes. Come on in, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. This will be great. Come on in. Sweetheart, come on. Sit down. Place of honor. Head at the table. Come on now. Hey, where you been like the whole week?
Well, we had to go sneak into some places, save some children, deal with lightning stuff. We summoned some demons from the other realms. You know, just warlock stuff.
You summon demons? Who can summon demons?
The entire party just gets real quiet for a second.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
of
mostly
us
that's
can.
because I'm trying to remember exactly who did.
Heathen did.
It was
That's
Eden.
what I thought. Okay,
It was Eden.
I wasn't certain.
Oh, Cora can too.
Uh,
A
One
demon.
A
One.
demon.
I don't have demons. I have. I can't summon demons. I just
What's the
have.
closet?
the
What's Shadal?
Shazal is technically a demon. It's Quasit. Originally an imp.
So a demon.
Yeah.
One demon.
Can I see?
Nope. It's my day, so that means I get to.
Where's the fancy guy?
He left because you were very nosy. Yeah.
Mom, I know it's her birthday, but she's being mean. I got you a present. I made you a present. I didn't get you a present. I made you a present.
You did.
Uh-huh.
What'd you make me?
I made you a present.
Ooh, fancy.
It is the platonic ideal of a present. It is just a box with wrapping paper and a bow. Carved out of wood.
I mean, look, fuck. If someone gave me like an actual wooden box that looked like a present box that had nothing in it, I'd still be hyped. That's amazing. Anyway, you're gonna give me my present?
Your dad comes out of the front shop. All right, locked everything up. Oh, there's the birthday girl.
I feel like I'm gonna get like a pink tiara and like a sash that says birthday girl.
No. But your mother does come start handing out hats.
Oh my god.
There are definitely colored paper hats.
No, I love it. It's great.
Oh, good.
Is there like just like the random ass
I-
party favor?
I do want everyone to understand. Diamond is turning 20 canonically. He is 20 years
Right.
old. So
Diamond is actually older than Cora.
Yes.
yes.
This is kind of wonderful. I put the hat on.
Okay.
No, the hat's on. The hat's absolutely
Aurelia
on.
starts immediately thinking about how to modify that.
I'm just hoping for like the single party favor so that you can just have the incredibly dour faced Wotan just go.
Beautiful.
It's like replaces.
There
the
are a
pipe.
few kazoos that
Oh
are
my
distributed.
God.
Just
Oh,
like no expression on his face, no hat on, just.
Oh.
Warden replaces the pipe with the kazoo.
Right.
Puts tobacco in it, lights it.
Yep.
He would.
But there is food. There is a little bit of singing. There is a cake. Charlie, being Charlie, starts asking questions. So, where did you guys rescue the kids?
There was a dangerous place that led deep into the Undergress, where there were all sorts of earth elementals and dangerous foes that we had to fight our way through to save these children from underground prison.
Wow. What kind of things did you see underground?
Well, of the variety of creatures, there were these single-eyed stone elementals with a variety of arms. Of the many things that we encountered down there, they were actually rather helpful. They would serve as guides, so long as we were able to pay them. But perhaps the greatest threat that we faced down
like
there...
you had to pay them money?
Yes. I
Pay
think
them in precious materials that they devoured.
They
it was
ate
a
it?
form of sustenance for them, yes.
Weird.
Perhaps the most dangerous things that we encountered down there were these massive insectile behemoths with eyes that mesmerize those who look too long at them.
They're huge.
That sounds scary. Okay.
Oh, they were awful.
Did you kill him?
Oh, of course.
You have to kill him? You had to kill him? What did they make weird noises when they died?
Yes.
I will have my
Something between a shriek
raven
and a
mimic
chitter.
one of the noises that it heard.
I mean, it depends. They made different noises. When one of them got their eyes ripped out, it made a certain sound. And when I don't remember how the other one died, I just remember them shrieking.
Cool. What else did you see down there?
Well, we very carefully managed to avoid the Dao, which are the large earth elemental guardians and territorial land keepers of the places below.
What do they look like?
As far as stories have told, massive men made of rock with terrible weapons of great power and an affinity for the elements of the earth, sort of like the
Like her? Like Diamond? Like
More like-
Rocky and stuff?
sort of, but more like. Have you heard of a genie?
Yeah.
Like that, but made of rock.
Which is when you hear a crash, as Diamond's mother has just dropped a plate.
Huh.
I
Here,
look
I'll
over.
help you
I
pick
just
that up.
get up and go check. Yeah, just stand up and go check.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Right.
Here, let me help.
You okay, Mom?
Fine.
In
Really?
sight.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me insight.
Hi. How's it going?
Hold on, I have like 9,000 tabs open. I have to find them.
So does John. How do you live like this?
What?
I mean, I have to.
All the monitors?
No, not the monitors. There's the
Oh.
Slightly better.
Oh, yeah. That was a reaction.
Mm-hmm. What was
That-
the purpose of the reaction?
That was shock and startlement at
Okay.
the sort of things that you guys were talking about.
We're just talking about avoiding the Dow. I mean,
So,
Diamond's mom didn't avoid them.
Cora will in an attempt to be soothing,
Uh-oh.
mentally go, don't worry, we're hiding the worst of it.
To who?
To Diamond's mom.
To Hannah?
Yeah, that'll
Yep.
definitely
Oh,
smooth it
I'm
over.
sorry. I didn't know who Cora was talking to.
Yeah.
What?
It,
In
Yeah,
your
the
brain?
other-
We don't want to obviously upset anyone, so we're keeping the worst of it not mentioned.
I need to make a couple rolls for Hannah.
If my mom
Yeah.
thinks.
This is
Oh,
good.
God.
is this out loud, Korishana?
No, this is
Okay.
all mental.
Okay, gotcha.
Internal.
Please tell me Diamond didn't meet anyone down there.
Just the Zorn, which, while they are certainly sapient individuals, I intuit
She
that's
doesn't
not-
know about her father, and we need to be careful.
I see.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
So,
is-
who wants cake?
Cole's hand shoots up.
And cake is served, which is when there is a on the back door.
swivel head.
Did you?
Who else is coming to the party, Mom? I don't know.
Cora's just sitting down looking puzzled at the moment.
And Darwin goes up and looks out the door. Oh, come on in. Elishard, describe yourself.
Question, because
Yeah.
it had previously been stated that people from other of the merchant families would come by. Am I by myself or am I with people?
You're by yourself.
Okay.
Because you had not heard there was any sort of event going on. You were just doing a stop in, I should touch base.
Yeah.
Maybe see if I can get some more information. And then you walk into party.
So, another question. Would I have been coming from the ball?
No, the ball is in the evening.
Okay, so I'm. Okay,
Yeah,
so I wouldn't-
we are pre-gala currently.
Gotcha. Person standing at a leanly built 6 feet 4 inches with jet black hair hanging loosely to his shoulders and jawline, which is covered in a neatly trimmed and equally dark beard, with dark olive skin that's rough in the way one might expect someone living and working outside along the river for the entirety of their lives. Dark blue eyes, sort of the color of the deeper sections of the river, not like the upper, like when you get actually from down into the river, that sort of blue. wearing a sturdy navy blue sailor's coat over a suit of well-maintained leather armor, clean black pants, sturdy gloves, with a bandolier that sort of crosses down across the coat, sort of holding the whole thing together. That has a very well plain but well made looking greatsword sort of hanging on the back. Series of satchels. The bandolier sort of connects to a large belt that has satchels that go on one hip and a mace and a light crossbow. Obviously sort of wet because it's raining. And as it always is in Stormways, just sort of looking very haggard and tired at the moment. Hello.
Elishard, come on in.
Yes,
What?
Hannah.
What?
Right? Darwin.
Darwin's the dad who's answering the door. Hannah is in
Hannah's
there with like a knife halfway through a cake and a series of calculations going through her brain behind her eyes right now of, do we have enough food for another head?
Darwin steps in.
We're having Diamond's birthday today. Come on in. Find a seat. Take a. And then he sort of turns and looks and realizes what sort of motley crew is happening here, which is the perfect moment for Wotan to just do the kazoo.
Yes.
It's like completely blank, like stone face, just like as a matter of course, just.
Hey, Elishard.
Do I recognize Wotan?
Give me a history check. Mm-hmm.
Do I have any sort of advantage?
No.
Stormwind?
Nope. This is just standard history. You don't recognize him by his face. No.
Okay.
So someone says his name.
Sorry. Expecting party. It's
Nonsense. You're always welcome. Come in. Sit down. Here, scoot over. Charlie. Let Elishard. Yeah, push your chair. There we go. Grab it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shrug the great sword off and lean it against the wall somewhere.
Do I recognize this person as looking like a warder, though?
How openly are you wearing your gear?
The shield's obviously gone, and
Right.
The medallion would actually be on the inside of the coat.
Right. Mm-hmm. Nothing overtly.
Okay.
Right. He looks to an extent like a man of action, but that could be anybody almost, you know.
Yeah. I
Where's
mean,
Dorvald? We should have invited him to my birthday.
You could have brought him along.
Could have. Same.
Missed opportunities.
So
Anyway.
looking at Diamond, I don't.
Gifts, that's right. I almost forgot. And Charlie hauls ass upstairs.
It's fine. You didn't have to bring me one. I mean, none of my friends brought me a present, but that's okay because they didn't know and I forgot. And honestly, this is great. How are you?
That's a complicated thing.
Who is this?
Box on the table in front of you, Diamond.
Thanks, Charlie. And like she like grabs him by the head and ruffles him. You know, sibling hug.
Looking at the rest of the group, I'm sorry, that's rude. I'm Elishard Amasi of the Stormways Amasi. My father runs the Dragon Forge Through the Fire and Flames, which is another smithy in the area. My other father is warder captain and
Me and Ellie go way back. You know, merchant kids bringing stuff to each other's families and stuff.
And you all.
Elishard is pretty obviously at least 10 years Diamond's senior, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I have potentially met him at some point, do I recognize Elishard at all or not?
You do not know.
Okay. Figured. Okay. Nice to. Okay, yeah. Nice to meet you. Aurelia.
He sort of nods, and then sort of
Right.
looks kind of awkwardly at the rest of them.
Yep.
Elishard, these are my friends. Aurelia, Wotan, Cole, Porshana, and Zoe.
Hey.
Nice to meet you all.
They are.
They're warlocks.
Thanks, Shirley. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yar.
We're a compact.
You sort of see his face go from like awkward to slightly relieved.
Fascinating.
That's not the expression I typically expect to see when someone mentions a group of warlocks.
Diamond, open your present.
Charlie.
Excellent
Okay.
restraint there, Charlie.
Yeah, he's great. Diamond opens Charlie's present.
There is a pair of bracers in there.
Oh.
I helped.
Oh.
Dad helped me make those for you.
Oh, thank you. These are really nice. Give him another hug. Aw, all right. And she puts them on right there. Nice.
Yep. Okay. You get an extra +1 to your AC.
Awesome. Yay.
Bracers of armor.
No, they're just bracers. It's just
Bracers.
right. There's nothing magic about them. It's just she wasn't wearing bracers before, and now she is.
I'll add that to my equipment.
It's like a half shield.
Basically, it's an arm.
Thank you.
It's a pair of arm
9
guards.
and 12.
Look, now your armor class is the same as mine untransformed.
Yeah, look, I do my best, okay? Okay. Well.
Darwin, we might need to send somebody to the bakery for a little more food.
I've already eaten. Retirement.
Are you retired?
Yes.
From
When
what?
was this?
Just sort of reach into the coat and pull out the metal and just sort of hold it out so that Anna can see it.
That's a recent decision. Is everything all right at home?
Yes, everything's fine at home. It's other circumstances.
Well, congratulations. That's fantastic for you. And what you guys see is a retirement. Basically, it's a retirement medal for the Stormways warders.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. You see, Wotan immediately sort of focuses back on the food that's in front of him.
Ah.
Well, he's retired. He can't do anything to you. Fine.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
I do have to start being careful of how much sassier Diamond's getting, starting to bleed through. Get it
He
out,
notices
take it
Wotan
deeper,
look
then
down
throw
back
it
at the
away.
food and just look for it.
Yeah, no, my retirement was this morning. No longer inspector.
Well, I'm sure they'll be missing you quite a bit, especially in the next few months.
Sitting there in the awkward silence.
Well, if you needed to speak to Diamond, the storefront's closed. You guys could step out there for a moment if you need.
Yes. If you're not.
No, we'll be here. There's plenty to go around.
Thanks for speaking for me, Dad.
Darwin doesn't like awkward social moments.
Sure, Diamond keeps the hat on.
Right.
Go into the storefront.
Alishard sort of does the very stiff standing up and following. Like he never actually fully relaxed at all.
It's just Wotan's one eye just sort of slowly following him out the door.
Close the door, but then immediately Dan picks back and is like, Mom, if you show anybody the pictures of the past birthdays like you did last year, we will have some words. I'm getting better at my words. Slam the door.
I like how you've decided that Conflux has technologically developed enough that there's photographs.
Or the equivalent, I guess, of like stories. Mom telling embarrassing stories. You know,
Oh, okay.
people are over.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to hear.
So
Do you remember a noble named Axthar?
Yeah.
Well, last year you've been in activities. More than just false claims against blacksmiths. I'll turn the volume up for you, Jack.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, look.
Sorry.
I'm loud. I'm loud as fuck. I don't know what was up with him.
That's
No,
because I was
it
leaning
was-
back. I leaned back and it went quiet.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's been involved in more than just blackmailing of or random false accusations of blacksmithies. And over the past year, our investigation has gotten closer to tying him into a variety of different illicit activities, which would have ultimately resulted in his arrest. However, a patrol of armsmen and I got ambushed by Warlocks, and I died, and now I can do this. I say as I pull a dagger out of a bracer, and it erupts in green fire.
Yeah, you also only have access to your cantrips currently.
Yeah.
I was super
Oh.
disappointed. I was hoping that you were going to like stab yourself with it. Like,
Yeah.
see, nothing.
I can do this now. Oh, it still hurts.
It does still hurt.
Oh. So, you're a warlock too now.
I guess.
There's something giving you magical powers. Is it a dude? Is it a dude that comes into your window and like speaks in mysterious like riddles and has a nice coat and pretty eyes? Did he try to put a gem in your chest or something?
Is what you hear in the back of your head.
Oh!
Wait, what?
You just hear a fairly sinister chuckle in the back of your head.
All right. It didn't come through, so I didn't.
No, that's fine. Everybody else was reacting as well, so.
No. There's a.
I mean, if you can't talk about it,
It's not that I can't talk about it, it's that it's hard to talk about. Like, descriptively difficult. There's an entity that bound itself to my essence as I was dying inside me. There's not really a fancy man talking to me.
I don't know which one first on. I mean, how do you feel?
Tired.
I bet.
And whether or not you choose to tell Diamond, you also feel something just kind of squirm across your sternum.
And I don't say anything.
Okay.
It's just like there's a muscle spasm, but it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not visible from the outside.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
Well,
Excellent work, Hayden Tenno.
well, if you're looking or you're looking to join the compact, we have a space open. We lost someone yesterday.
I don't think that this, pointing at himself, is part of the game.
But you have powers like a warlock.
Yes.
And you are alive after being ambushed by other warlocks.
Yes.
Elishard, I'm not stupid.
No, I imagine that I am a warlock, but there's no...
No, but you need people to protect you in case more warlocks try to come and kill you again.
I was actually hoping for assistance tracking down... Noble fuck. Anixthar. It's hardly a coincidence that as we were going to gather information, ambushed by warlocks, so I can only assume he has a pet warlock compact.
That's not surprising. I mean, I guess we could help you somewhat, as much as we can. I guess we have some resources, but rest a little bit. You just got brought back from the dead, and we have some other stuff that we have to do. We're also tired. It's my birthday. I don't really want to.
I understand this is a lot. I had heard that you were running warlocks, and then it got confirmed in there.
More than running with warlocks.
Well, yeah.
She summons Storm.
Yeah, that was implied. This is awkward.
I mean, we're having a sword showing competition right now.
I mean, dagger.
And bigger.
I left my great sword in there.
We should probably, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk to me about. Besides,
I'm willing to help you guys out if you need assistance.
We do. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's we just you knew Cledwin, right?
Yes, there was an attack on his house, something to do with demons and were-rats. Was that you? Huh. Jack.
Yeah.
What opinion did the Stormways warriors have of Cledwin?
By all reports, he was a little extreme for some people. He was exactly what was wanted by other people. There were varying reports, most of them positive to indifferent.
I mean, I wasn't a fan of him, but why?
He had kidnapped children and were using them as hostages. And he was planning today flood all of Knife's Font with the water from Stormways.
Lock him.
Also, I'm retired, so I don't have to carry.
That too.
So that, I mean...
It's a good thing I retired today.
But that's just... It's just gonna get kind of... It's gonna be like that, I assume, and then more so. I mean, there's so much stuff going on, and also, like, no spell thingy. Spell slots, she wouldn't know what spell slots. Like, magic is weird right now, too. Like, there's just a whole lot, so, but, like...
I understand a whole lot.
It would be great to have you along.
don't mind.
I doubt it. I think being a retired warden helps a lot more than being a currently employed warden.
Good to know.
I mean, most of them just care that you. Woden would just care that you get your shit done and don't stand in his way. Along those lines. Don't touch Aurelia's things. Don't question Zoe. Don't question Cole. Porshana might speak in your brain. And then there's me.
I can handle that.
Okay, cool.
I don't think it's so much of don't question Cole as bring Cole snacks.
Don't question what Cole is doing.
Right. Okay.
And Diamond leads Elishard back into the party room.
I'm curious if he didn't recognize Wotan by the face, did he recognize the name?
I only got Wotan, so.
Right. He's still only got your first name, and that's honestly not an uncommon dwarf name.
So, that was going on back in the main room.
Yeah.
Cora needs more information. So, all mentally, because clearly Cora understands discretion.
And deception. Some.
And deception. I feel like, forgive me, I know this is not entirely comfortable for many people, but I feel like there is a lot of information that may be useful in this situation over what you have just informed me of. Particularly if you want... There is the possibility, being employed in the game as we are, that we may end up having to go underground again. And it would be nice to know what to have to look out for in those sorts of situations. And the more you can tell me, the better.
A persuasion roll.
All right. Considering how I've been rolling today...
Do you have any inspiration left?
I do not.
Okay.
Considering we explicitly have to go back underground to help Cora with the scale bellies.
Yep. Luckily, persuasion is one of my better rolls.
I wonder how many of the rest of the party are lining up at the door that we went through.
Oh yeah, just like...
22!
Yay!
She stands up, she goes over, and she starts washing some dishes. And then the response comes back. I met Diamond's father when I was much younger. And he was a charismatic and compelling man. But he left before she was born.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen him since or heard from him.
It was a Dow Jones.
When he vanished, I tried to find him and spoke to a number of people trying to... This is a large city and you meet many different unusual people. I didn't really think anything of it until I started learning that no one had ever seen anyone like him before, or at least had never met his people in person. And as far as I can tell, these Dao you mentioned, talking to Charlie, is what I've heard his people having been called.
I see.
At least best that I was able to determine. That's the closest.
Is there any reason to be concerned that there may be threat there?
Only a mother's concern who is terrified of losing her daughter. He was ruled by his emotions to a great extent, and I know I know how compelling that can be to someone else. He carried himself like someone who is accustomed to being obeyed. And as a younger woman, of course, that kind of thing is sometimes attractive. And if he meets a daughter that he didn't know he had, I have no idea how that could turn out for me or for Diamond. And
Go ahead. Sorry.
honestly, as I've learned more about the man who is her father, I am mostly concerned that she might decide to live with him instead of with us.
If I could offer some advice. It's a vaguely different situation. I could get into the particulars, but they're very technical and spiritual and do not matter. But similarly, I am the people that raised me are my parents in every definable way, but also are not. This was also something that was somewhat kept away to a degree. But didn't need to be. Because they were the people that raised me. They were the people that mattered. learning other sorts of bonds. Learning of new bonds doesn't erase old ones and doesn't turn it into a competition, which I'm not saying you are thinking it is. And there is, at least in my singular experience, which is singular and multiple, and that's a long story. But in my singular experience, at least, keeping information back is understandable and unnecessary, and only creates stress on the person having to keep the secret. I will just leave you with that and assure you that we will make sure, should we ever come into such a situation and there is any remote reason to even slightly vaguely hint at a potential threat, we'll destroy everything that that pops its head up in that way to the ground.
What did you see down there, Cora?
Pretty much what we've described, and the unfortunate passing of someone else from the group.
I noticed he wasn't with you.
Yes.
He was tall, broad-shouldered, emerald tattoos across his head down to his wrists. Bluish, crystalline-like hair. He carried a pair of hammers.
A red diamond in his chest?
You're not there. Shut up.
I will keep an eye out should we ever end up in that situation, which, if I am being fully transparent, we probably shall. Not to say that we will seek this person out, but there is reason for us to need to go down below.
Just keep her safe.
Of course.
Thank you for understanding.
Of course.
Which is about when Diamond and Elishard open the door and come back in. So did you kiss?
I mean, no.
No. No, we didn't. No.
Charlie leans over to Wotan. I told you he wasn't going to be brave enough to kiss her.
You didn't tell me
Oh God.
anything.
Were you not listening
Charlie.
to the 9-year-old who's been having a side conversation with you this entire time?
Probably not.
Aw. Charlie, bless you. Diamond's gonna give him a noogie. And my mom didn't tell you any stories while I was gone, did she?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
No,
I asked. I asked, but never
washing
got
dishes
stories.
the whole time.
No stories at all.
I asked, but didn't get the stories, unfortunately.
Maybe next time.
Couldn't hear a word you said, Mara.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, I was too far back. It was a very nice party, though.
Yeah, it was great. Hey, Dad. Can I talk to you real quick as well? It doesn't have to be in secret or anything.
What do you need?
So these braces are great. I like them a lot. One of my
He did a good job. He's been learning.
very proud. But my friend Zoe got into a bit of a scuffle. Realized that her armor's not super great. If you could probably make her some armor, pay for it, of course. But yeah.
Well, no, I mean anything. Yeah, absolutely. Does anybody else in the group need?
Everybody raises their hand, just like, yeah.
My mouth is full of food, and I'm just like raising my hand. Yeah.
I mean, because we can. You okay there?
Yeah. No, sorry. I just had to cough.
Oh,
I thought
okay.
I muted myself.
I figured it was all in character, so you know.
Nope. Jake went down the wrong tube. Sorry. I gotta learn to shoot.
Right.
Shoves it all
But
down,
no,
not
we can. Yeah. No, sweetheart. These are your friends, and these are the people that you, to an extent, work with and keep you safe. And yes, no, if you need, we'll get what you need. Absolutely.
This past day's been a reminder that I might need something heavier for protection, actually. Wotan says.
Looking over at the great sword that's propped up against the wall.
But yes, no, and I mean, obviously, payment is welcome and helpful and definitely makes things go a lot faster, but if
you need some more materials, Jack, if I don't know how much of me salvaging stuff and taking parts to improve my gun would have taken away from the material that I got from Heathen's armor, but I would donate that too.
So
yeah,
give me an intelligence roll.
Okay. It's 6.
I mean, you might be able to let him look at it, but armor craft is usually just, I need raw fucking materials. Most of the stuff that you salvaged was much more tinker shit.
Bits. Okay, cool. I'm going to keep that then.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to melt that down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's more valuable the way.
Yeah.
Have I heard?
And the modifications that you set up for the crystal probably took about half of the 400. So you have
cool.
200 left.
Sweet.
Do I know of any major ore shipments that are moving on the rivers regularly?
Give me just a history check.
I look over.
At least I'm proficient. 14.
I look over at Diamond and just sort of like mutter softly, "If your father needs more materials, I can see if my father has any there."
That'd be nice. And also it'd be super great to see your dads again. And your siblings. As long as they don't ask me the questions they did last time.
I mean, that's only really my one dad. Yes. Very doesn't.
So most of the ore that's mined comes from the west and the south branch up to Stormways. You would have to actually get out on the streets and shake the bushes a little bit to figure out when and where. But yeah, ore gets transited up the river a fair bit.
A hit on an ore boat might be a good way to make some extra money as well.
Mm-hmm.
So file that away.
Okay, as I say, like, does everyone say this out loud?
No.
Okay, good.
Not in the middle of a blacksmith with what is at least a recently retired warder in front of him.
Like, we might have some words, but out loud. All right, Mom, this has been great. Dad,
No,
Charlie?
if it's not Scottish, it's not out loud.
Yeah. This has been the best birthday ever. Thank you guys so much for coming. But Warlocks got a lot of things to do. City people to help out. But I'll probably be back around to get some dinner or something. Miss you guys. I know in your letter I said I moved out, but like don't wanna over.
We're always happy to see you, sweetheart, but we know it's that, time of life when people start spreading their wings and that sort of thing, and we didn't want you to feel like you were being held back or anything, but we're so happy. Absolutely.
I might actually get wings though Mom, I might come back with wings.
Oh God.
That seems unlikely.
Actually.
I feel like
Edgar
Diamond's
pause.
mom has had a lot today.
She's just sort of looking at you in a vaguely shell-shocked sort of, okay, kind of way.
Diamond goes up and hugs her, and she's like, no matter what, no matter how many wings or how many swords, you wield the city.
I know, sweetheart.
And I miss your brisket.
Joke he would make. I can't make it.
You can't make it.
No,
you know an upstanding man of the law.
Yep.
You don't make dick jokes.
This has been great. I have to. Sorry, I have to duck out, but I have to go see a friend. Thank you
we're
for
all
inviting
going.
us, Diamond. Yes. Yes.
We're all going.
Trying to head out.
Yeah, no, we're not doing Southern goodbyes here. No, we're leaving. Bye.
Look at Diamond and like sort of nod my head towards the rest of them.
You are coming with us, right, Elishard?
Sure.
Oh no, you're coming with us then. Let's go. Bye, Mom. And like Diamond just kind of like daisy chains everybody out of the shop.
Grab my sword. As I get yanked
So
out.
everybody is suddenly out in the rain in Stormways with a retired warder.
Yep.
Yep. I do need to head over to my friends.
And I'm coming with you. You're not coming back drunk again. We don't want you getting another broken
That
nose.
was one time.
Uh-huh. How many times have you been drunk now, Aurelia, in front of me?
Only twice, and that is just for the record, not as I look over at Elishard, not the norm.
It's not.
You have no idea how many people I know get drunk regularly, no matter what they're doing.
Yes, I am not one of them though. I do have to get to my friends.
Do you want company or do you want to be by?
Either way works. You can come with if you want. I have to. It might be a little awkward. That's all.
I should probably confirm with our landlords at some point because we finished a job and currently I believe part of our deal was we owe them a heist at some point.
Yes.
Hey,
We also
Elishard,
have
why
to-
don't you make sure that Aurelia gets to her friend's house safe and sound, and we'll meet you at the Hawk's Head. Aurelia knows where we live. It'd be great. Talk to her about some cool stuff.
Just so that everyone is aware, I'm a warlock.
Oh.
That was sort of gathered.
Welcome to the
No, I
club.
did not.
Oh, I
When
didn't mention
when
that.
he seemed
Did I
more
not mention
relieved
that?
than surprised, I gathered.
Oh, sorry. There was a lot going on.
I'm a
other
warlock.
conversation.
I specifically sought out Diamond because I knew she had been running with warlocks.
Ah. Did your
I'm
previous
looking for
contact die
assistance.
too?
I don't know what a compact is.
This.
It's a group of warlocks.
No, I was killed by a group of warlocks.
Ah. Okay.
He knows it's not us, though.
All right.
No, none of you killed me.
Good.
The reason I was
Oh,
seeking
all
Diamond
right.
out was for help dealing with that whole mess.
Got it.
There's a whole.
Is
We can talk about it at home. I promise. It's a whole thing, and I really don't want to talk about it on my birthday. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull the birthday card. I don't want to talk about him right now.
all right. All right.
There.
So, should we go? It's down this way and
Sure.
head off with Elishard.
Off with the-
Okay.
Diamond, just like as they
As
leave, just
As we start walking, almost like habitually, Elishard pulls us a pocket watch out of his coat, flips it open, looks at it, puts it back closed, puts it back.
Do I notice which kind
You are breaking up. What was that?
Oh, do I notice what kind of watch it is? Because
Give me a perception check.
all right, it was subtle. 16 though.
That is an Evern's pocket watch, if ever you saw one.
Oh, you have good taste.
Was a
The watch.
yes. Was
My father made that.
your
Dad.
Evern's-
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Really,
Yeah,
I've
no,
been-
these are Stormways warders get these on their
Ah.
anniversary thing.
No. Yes. No. The newer models have glass in them usually. You could upgrade if you wanted to. But the mechanism is pretty much the same.
I like this one. I've had it for a while.
Aurelia likes you. Okay.
Aurelia will remember that.
My dad's
Yes.
things.
It's
Yes.
like-
Pass the test.
Like little text. Aurelia will remember this.
Yes.
All right. So you guys eventually make your way. Drenner is home again.
Oh, good.
Home
Yep.
again, home again.
Ah.
Yep.
Hello. It's Aurelia again.
Yes, and
This
other
is,
people.
Yes, this is Elishard. Sorry, I don't think I remember your last name.
I'm
Amacy. He was just escorting me over.
Well, come on in.
Yes.
Drink anything? Snack? I don't know.
I'm
I've got
we
some
had
cheese.
there was a birthday party. I'm very
Oh,
full.
happy birthday. No, it's not your birthday.
No, Diamond's birthday.
I think I remember who that is.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about last night. It was I completely forgot about where I told you to go, and I assumed you would be home.
I
and-
gathered.
Yes.
Yeah, well, but Constance is fine, and
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Mhm.
Thank you so much for taking care of her.
No,
Um,
absolutely.
Sorry, could you give us a moment? I am hinting heavily that you should go away.
I imagine you just say that out loud.
I am hinting heavily that you should go away.
Support the idea that he's
Not
saying it
yet.
out
I
loud.
first hint
Yes.
to see if he picks up on it. Or
Elishard
if he's
just
too dense.
Elishard looks like he hasn't been paying attention as soon as you start talking to your friend, and then sort of turns and walks away.
Thank you. No, I'm very sorry about all that. I know it was a lot to put on you all at once.
In.
Yeah.
But we're fine.
Okay. I wanted to make sure because I don't know what's going on anymore.
You wanted to make sure of what? That your
That-
sister, who's an octopus, didn't murder me or something?
Yes, or you.
Has she been known to do that sort of thing?
No.
Then why would you be
Constance,
worried
go.
about that?
Just worried
We're
worried
absolutely-
that you. I don't know. I just worry a lot.
A
You
lot
know-
of anxiety, Aurelia.
Yes.
You should see someone about that.
Don't have time for that. Have to build things. Finish this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Well, I feel like you're probably back at a slightly more stable footing now, right?
yes,
Okay.
I'm doing fine. It's
All right.
great.
So,
Everything is
so
great.
take the time and use as much of it as you can. And then when things go sideways, remember that things just go sideways. And it's not your fault. Things just happen, and it happens to everybody. And then you handle it and you move on, right?
I have several debates with the factual statements that you have made there. But okay.
There was
Not
a
everyone becomes a warlock. Not everyone. No.
No. But everyone has stress and unexpected circumstances, right?
Yes.
At this point, we're just talking degrees, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you handle it and you keep moving, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you're a warlock. That's
Yes.
weird, sure. But you
Yes.
handle it, and you keep moving, and you find a new status quo.
But there is no more status quo.
Yeah.
We're gonna take
The
Status
status-
not quo.
Smash it.
Jeremy.
We're gonna
Going
take the
with-
World is a
bourgeoisie,
mess, and I just need to
smash
rule it.
Yes.
You for sure.
Gonna take that.
But the sun,
big bowl and smash it.
but the sun comes up and the world still spins.
All right. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for the reminder. It's very helpful. I'm gonna head out now. See you around.
Yes, you will.
Hopefully. Yes. All right. We're going. I'm ready. Fine. Go find where Elishard has wandered off to.
It's just like around the corner.
Yeah.
Right. Just into the other room.
All right. Ready.
Right.
So you guys step out. Elishard, you have no idea where you're headed next.
Nope.
Back. Okay. So our compact is housing in the Hawkshead house over in Knives Font. Is that going to be a problem? Okay. Maybe you should, well, I don't know. You look sort of like a warder, but not quite. It's a little
I could unbutton the jacket. I don't know.
yes, like the top two buttons probably. It's very, very like very
It's like sort of
official.
He unbuttons basically the coat and the top of the shirt, and you see like just the very tip of a scar that starts right here and goes down further.
Better. Okay. It's better.
I was hoping Riley was gonna do a whole makeover scene. And I was like, I was so ready.
No, she's not that.
Looks, it's the Stormways like coat transitions very easily to pirate from sailor.
Right. Yeah. No.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. They have a level of nautical stuff going for them.
So, yeah, because I'm just curious how much the warder thing still is like.
I mean, I don't have any authority. I don't have. He sort of indicates his shoulder. My shield gets turned in. My pass gets turned
Yeah.
in. The stand
Yeah. No.
says-
He doesn't particularly scream cop.
Okay.
Just
good.
wandering
I
around.
wasn't sure.
Yeah, he would have to like literally wave his medal and watch in somebody's face
Cool.
Both,
if you
both
to
of which
broadcast.
are hidden on the inside of the coat,
Right.
not the outside.
Interior pockets. Yep.
I fully understand how warders are viewed by many
Everybody.
in the
Yep.
city. We don't operate under the assumption that we are the only like good thing in the world and everyone loves us. No, people hate warders. I understand this.
All right.
I was a sergeant inspector. I dealt with the aftermath of people hating warders.
Good. Good. I'm glad you understand this because that's where a lot of us are coming from at this point. So Diamond talked to you about as we're walking along at this point back the way we were coming. So Diamond talked to you about being a warlock and a little bit about what was happening. Possibly?
Told me you guys are all a compact. You've got
Yes.
things you need to do, and can
Yes.
possibly help me with my thing, and I can help with your thing.
Yes.
Also, something about a person with really good hair and fancy dresser putting a stone in her chest. I'm not sure how much that translates to everyone else, but
No, I hadn't heard anything about that. She has a stone in her chest though. She was very We found something down in a basement once and she got very excited about it and went back in to get it. Fascinating. All right. No.
I don't have a person like that.
A patron.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
Okay.
I have a thing inside me that
Ah.
wants to get out.
All right, that's slightly different than Cora's.
Yes.
Yes. it wants to get out.
He pulls a dagger out of his bracer and rolls a sleeve up and just sort of lightly cuts his arm. And instead of blood, the shadowy blackness just sort of spills out slightly.
Oh. Do I have any idea what that is? Have I ever
Give
heard
me a
anything
perception
like that?
check.
Yeah.
Puts a hand over
18.
it, holds it so that it closes back up.
You've never seen that happen before.
No.
And as his hand closes back over the forearm, you see something wriggle underneath there that's not a muscle.
Oh. That is. What does that feel like?
Unpleasant.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Imagine there's something living in your muscle tissue
Mm-hmm.
that has a separate consciousness and sentience of its own.
All right. All right. Okay.
That's why I retired.
Yes. That makes sense. What are your plans then? You said you had some.
At the moment, I would really like to get back at the people that killed me. And the person that sent them.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about who that is or who sent them?
A lot about who sent them. I don't know anything about who they are.
Okay.
At which point we transition to those of you who are back at Hawkshead House. Specifically to Cole.
Yep.
You're going through your bags because, like any good part-time thief, occasionally you have to take stock of inventory.
Yeah.
Setting things out, making sure you know what is where. And you pull out a handful of papers.
Mm-hmm. The ones that I grabbed from Cledwyn's estate.
Yep. The ones that you grabbed from Cledwyn's desk. And the very top one catches your eye, which everybody should be able to see in Roll20 now. Announcements. Be it known that, as the great game is once again come to the city, that warlocks of all shapes and sizes walk amongst us, and the hosts of the Hyacinth Quarter and Dancer's Court are pleased to present the first grand warlock banquet of the 89th cycle at sunset on Troylock's First. Select invitations available upon application. All verified warlocks of the game are pre-approved for full attendance. Peace bonding mandatory before entry. And that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.